Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of My Cat is Meowing. Sensations! Last time I left you off right as we finished Sloth's route, and now I believe we're going to be doing Greed's route. Alexander is the second son of the entrepreneur Javier Martinez and Rosa Martinez. Alexander's parents moved to Las Vegas in 1989 and opened La Casita, an authentic Mexican restaurant based on traditional recipes. Alexander has one sibling, Roman, who became incredibly successful and wealthy by creating a popular beer brand, Noche Siesta. No, it's Noche, probably. I think that's night. Night siesta? Night party or something? I don't know. Alexander spends every day trying to help his parents at La Casita. His parents, overworked and are overworked and past retirement age, do not appreciate him enough. Due to Alexander constantly living in his brother Roman's shadow and having a few future prospects for his own success. His melancholic and envious nature made him a suitable candidate for lust's deadly sin of envy. Alexander's 24 years old and stands at 5'7". He may be more difficult to seduce the longer you wait. Ooh, huh, really? Will he become envious of all the other men I've been with? Will we tell him?
Let's see. We've got one Alexander Martinez. Seems like he's at a restaurant. La Casita. It's some way off the main Vegas Strip, so walking there will probably take an hour or so. I guess I'll get started. If it's a restaurant, maybe I can get dinner there.
I like this music. I don't think we've heard this track before. I love it. Have we heard this track before?
I start walking in the direction my Hell Watch points. It's a relatively slow time of day for traffic on the highway, leading out of the Vegas Strip. A few cars zip past me as I walk along the side of the road.
Are we even gonna be in Vegas anymore? Can't we just seduce another taxi driver?
I wonder what would happen if a car just suddenly killed me out of nowhere. Would Lucifer revive me? Or would that be my one and only chance? That'd be unfair, I think. I can't help but think what a strange turn of events my life, and afterlife, has taken. Just a few years ago, I would have scoffed at the idea of an afterlife. Now, I'm one of Lucifer's deadly sins, working to seduce people already working for him, on a tight time constraint. Or else. Pretty weird. As I continue walking towards Envy's location, my mind wanders to what he's like. Envy and jealousy have to be some of the least attractive qualities someone can have, generally speaking. I imagine being physically violent is worse.
Ooh, wrath. Yeah, we're gonna get to him.
I don't know how I'll be able to pretend I'm attracted to Envy if he turns out to be someone who whines about everything not being fair. I'll have to use my deadly sin power to get through it, I guess.
Oh god. I like how he's already talking about how much he hates
approaching
him.
La Casita. My daydreaming wasted enough time to pass the long wall quickly. Time to find Envy. I walk up to a small stucco and brick restaurant. It's getting dark now, but a large bulb-lit sign shines gaudily from the top of the building. La Casita. A mostly empty parking lot shows that they aren't very busy, at least today. It's past 6 p.m., so it's definitely dinner time. I shrugged to myself, and just to be sure, I check my Hell Watch. It's pointing directly at the building, so I walk in. The interior of the restaurant is cheerful, with bright lights and even brighter tapestries and straw decorations. The front desk is manned by a man in an old but nicely pressed suit. He's older than I'd expect the deadly sin of envy to be, but I can't be sure. He kinda looks like the image on my watch. He was on the phone when I walked in. He spoke quickly in Spanish and seemed to cut the call short. Apologetically, he motioned to the phone and held up one finger, signaling he would be right with me. After another moment, the man hung up the phone.
Lo siento, my friend. Welcome, welcome. Is anyone joining you, or will it be a table for one?
He is a lanky one.
Just one, please. I took a look at his name tag, which is outlined in a gaudy blue. J. Martinez. So, definitely not Envy.
Wonderful. If you would follow me, I will take you to your table.
Thank you. We walk a short distance through a mostly vacant restaurant. A few scattered tables sat patrons, and one table towards the back has an old cathode ray TV set on it. An older woman sits there, knitting and watching a soap opera.
Here we are. I will send over your waiter immediately. Please, enjoy.
I sit down at a small table for two by the window. A mostly melted candle sits forlornly burning out its last few hours in a dusty glass bowl. A menu was already placed on the table, so I picked it up and took a look at the design.
These are some pretty cheap menu items, I'd say generally. Even for a Mexican restaurant. Let's see. Welcome to La Casita, South 1989. Rosa and Javier Martinez opened La Casita to a small town that just kept growing. Within a few years, La Casita had received numerous awards for their authentic Mexican cuisine. In 2004, their first son, Roman Martinez, started the world-famous beer brand Noche Siesta. Javier and Rosa are proud of their son and even more proud to serve his product here in La Casita. We hope you enjoy your time in our house and enjoy the family atmosphere we strive to create for every customer. Viva el momento! We only have one dessert here. That's the Rosa Maria's favorite world-famous sopapillas. We serve several fluffy sopapillas with a generous portion of cinnamon, sugar, and honey. You haven't lived until you've tried them. Well, I mean, Les was talking about them before, so...
As I scan over the menu, I hear a muffled yell from the back of the restaurant. The older gentleman that seated me at my table, yelling for someone named Alejandro.
Alejandro! Ay, Dios mío, ¿dónde está este niño? Get in here! We have guests to serve! Expect. Go. Table 12. Go!
I chuckle softly at the obvious family squabbling. Certainly is a family atmosphere. A man in his mid-20s comes out from the kitchen area. This must be Envy. He's an attractive, dark-haired man of similar height and build as myself. He stops briefly to check himself in the mirror before the old man barks at him from the kitchen.
Rápido, rápido!
He sighs, checks himself one last time, and hurries over to my table.
He's checking himself right where I can see him.
Hello. Sorry for the wait. I was making a batch of salsa in the back. My name is Alexander. What's your name? Is it just you today?
My name's Kosuke. Nice to meet you. And yes, it's just me tonight.
Great to meet you as well. Are you doing well this evening?
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
Oh, I'm great. Just getting ready for the work night. Can be a little crazy getting ready for stuff. Would you like to start off with a drink?
I think so. Let's see.
Don't give me the Noche Siesta. I don't want it. We're not gonna get the Noche Siesta. Whichever his favorite margarita is. You know he's gonna get pissed off. He's Envy.
We do have some great margaritas. I'll get you the Muy Grande. It's my favorite. I'll be right back with that while you take a look at what to have for dinner.
Sounds good. I glance over the menu a final time before Envy returns with my drink.
So when I use my lust powers, am I just giving him mad eyes while I say the line? Just thinking like how that plays out.
There's your margarita. Let me know what you think. Have you decided on what you'd like to eat?
I think so. I'll go with...
I've clicked like 5 times. What is going on here? What the hell? Wait a second here. I don't... What? Girl! Oh, I have to choose. I'm an idiot. I'm stupid. Chicken quesadilla, spicy nacho, chili con queso, beef taco, chicken taco, bean taco, southwest salad, steak fajita, chicken fajita, chimichanga, muy grande margarita, spicy poblano. Oh, I can't choose the drinks. We already ordered a drink. I hate chimichangas, they're too greasy. Chicken fajitas, those are okay. Steak fajitas, I don't like red meat really. Southwest salad, I don't want a salad. Bean burrito, Chicken tacos, beef tacos, Alright, give me the chicken fajitas.
Ah, great choice. That's one of our best sellers. I'll get that working right away. Enjoy your drink.
Well, it was
I'll be
only
right
neutral
back.
for you. What did you want me to order?
Thank you. Envy hurries away to place the order. The old woman at the table in the back continues her knitting, never once glancing away from her soap opera. After about 10 minutes, Envy returns to my table with my order and sets it down.
There we are. Please let me know if you like it, and if there's anything else I can do for you.
Well, let me taste it real quick. Smells amazing, so I'm sure it's delicious. I take a bite, and the flavors are rich and vibrant, just like you'd expect from traditional Mexican food. Wow, this is delicious. Did you make it?
I did, yes. I'm glad you like it. It feels nice to have someone appreciate the work that goes into the food here.
Wait, so he's the waiter and the cook? What the hell are his parents doing then? Do they just tell him rapido all day? I mean, what are they up to?
With food like this, I'm surprised it's so vacant. Is this normal?
Unfortunately, yes. When my mother and father first started this, long ago, they achieved massive success. They would have been able to retire, but they like having a restaurant too much. Plus, they have a lot of pride in the food they make, and the family recipes. So, over the years, the town changed. Many people living in this old neighborhood don't have the money to dine out, so business declined. It's a shame because the food is good, no doubt.
I see. That's unfortunate, because the food is, like you said, very good.
Oh, yes. I'm sorry for talking of things like this while you're eating.
Oh no, it's no problem at all, honestly. I'm by myself anyway, so I like having someone to talk with. So, are you just helping them for a bit during the slow times?
No. I help with everything around here. Mother is too old now to do much of the heavy work, so I take care of it. Father helps run the business side of things, like taxes and food shipments. One day, I may take over managing the restaurant.
May you? I don't know. They don't seem to like you.
Is that something you'd like to do?
It is important to my family, so perhaps.
No, maybe he doesn't want
Perhaps
to.
not, though. Anyway, I will let you eat. I should go check on some things in the kitchen.
Okay, bye, sweaty.
Alright, thank you. I continue eating, see the old woman wave Alexander over and mutter something to him. He looks at me, then sighs and nods, before walking back to the kitchen. After a few more bites, I become too full to finish. The portion size is too large. I finish my drink, and I'm not quite sure how to proceed with Envy. I don't want to seem too forward, but honestly, I like Envy's earnest manner. He seems genuine, at least. I decide to ask him on a date when he returns with the bill. After a few more minutes, Envy returns and awkwardly stands at the table for a moment.
Hi again. I'm glad you enjoyed your dinner. I wanted to let you know that it's on the house. I wanted to buy it for you.
Are you coming on to me
Oh?
with chicken fajitas? The most sensual food known to man?
Yes. I know this may be weird, but I liked talking with you for the short time we had. I would like to get to know you better. Would you like to go on a date with me tomorrow?
Will you be this sweaty tomorrow?
Well, that's unexpected. This may be easier than I thought.
We just had to show up and be an above-average looking man, and he already is swooning.
Well, I'd like to get to know you better too. I'd love to. When and where should we meet up?
Thank God. I was worried I was being too forward.
Yeah, well, you know, my plate of fajitas is now like a plate of sweat with some fajitas in it, but, you know, maybe we can get you a handkerchief to wipe all that away.
Never hurts to ask, I say.
That's true, but it sometimes could hurt.
Oh? Like what?
Oh, nothing. I didn't have an example. Want to make plans for tomorrow? Well, if you'd like, we can meet here at 5 and go from there.
Use less power? Don't use less power. Why would it... Ooh, directly ask... I mean... I feel like I shouldn't use it. I feel like if it prompts me to ask me to use it, that's the indication that I shouldn't use it? Well, let's save. I am gonna say we shouldn't use it, though. So, let's get a move on. Can you... Thank you.
It's a date.
Alright.
Thank you for dinner, Alex. I really enjoyed myself.
Then again, maybe using less power could have, like, given me a big blue arrow? Who knows?
You're welcome. I'm excited for tomorrow.
I am too. I'll head out for now so you can finish working. Have a good night.
You too. See you tomorrow.
Envy hurries off, and with a short glance backwards and a small wave, disappears into the kitchen area. I hear Javier and other cooks having a disagreement. I imagine Envy is one of the mediators around here. I leave La Casita, but it's nighttime now. I need to find a place to stay for the night, so I can meet back up with Envy tomorrow. What should I do? Like a crazy person, I decide to sleep outside in an area I'm unfamiliar with. The sun is already set, so I should probably find, I don't know, a dumpster to sleep in maybe? I figure I should at least smell good for tomorrow's date, so that isn't an option.
Can't we just call Daddy Sloth for some cryptos? Can you please transfer some lit coins into my account, Dimitri?
I set off walking towards a cheap hotel. There's not many areas around it that look safe enough to sleep in. What was I thinking sleeping outside? I should have asked to sleep at Envy's place or something. For a moment, I consider backtracking and asking Envy if I can just stay at his place. But he'd probably think I'm really unstable if I do that. That's fine. Or maybe not. I could charm him or something.
We are gonna be really, like, sweaty and dirty and smelly and stinky when we get to that date tomorrow.
No. I can definitely survive through the night. It's America, after all. The only thing to worry about here is... well, there's a lot to worry about, actually.
True.
I'll just go find a desert rock to sleep by. There's only the small chance of scorpions, or rattlesnakes. With my mind made up, I go to find exactly that. A rock.
Sick.
I make about a half hour down the street, and see that the neighborhood is ending, giving way to wide open space for what seems several miles. I wonder if sand and dirt are national parks in Vegas. Maybe they have park rangers patrolling the dirt. Well, night in a jail cell is probably preferable to sleeping outside anyway. There's not large boulders to sleep on, like I was planning, just a lot of flat dirt and small stones. The road continues on, and there's open desert on either side. A few cars pass by every now and then, slowing briefly as they see me walking down the road, before continuing on. A half hour later, one of the passing cars slows down. The car pulls up alongside me and matches my walking speed. I don't feel comfortable with this. What should I do?
Walk directly away from the car, continue walking, it's a free country. This is America!
I keep walking. The person in the car is still creeping next to me. The longer I wait, the more unsettling it is. Finally, I decide to look over at the car. I see an expensive black car with tinted windows. The car rolls down the window just a tiny bit, and a deep voice bellows from the passenger side.
Hey, need a lift?
Girl, are you one of Lucifer's demons?
I don't think I should take his offer.
Sure.
I nod to the passenger, and whoever's driving pulls the car over and parks. I feel a horrible feeling of dread, but I've already accepted the ride. The passenger rolls up his window and the car stills. I guess I'm expected to open the rear door? With a trembling hand, I reach for the door. I steel my nerves and tug it open. Smoke and air conditioning pours out. The interior of the car is dark, so I can't quite make out anything.
Hop in.
Recognizing that this may be the worst decision I've ever made in my life, I get into the car. The inside is roomy and luxurious. I smell marijuana and sulfur. The driver suddenly turns to me, a furious look in his eye.
Well, girl, you better pass the blunt.
Kosuke, what are you doing? Taking rides from complete strangers. You could have been... Oh, God, give me a second. Oh, Jesus Christ. Could have been killed. Or worse, failed Lucifer's test. Oh, my heart.
Oh, Judas.
Judas, chill. Take another drag. It'll calm your mind, man.
Oh, that's the good stuff. Oh, now where was I?
Lust wants a puff. Lust wants a puff.
You told me we were going to play hooky on our duties and go rescue Kosuke from certain death.
Well, that is obviously exactly what we are doing. Kosuke, what have you got to say for yourself?
Thanks?
We're taking you right back to Envy's restaurant. And you will watch your little tush in there and ask to stay at his place. Sleeping outside in Las Vegas. The very idea.
But I don't want to. It'll be embarrassing.
Yeah, not a good idea, man.
After 5 minutes of driving, we return to Envy's restaurant. Judas and his companion take a few more puffs and then pop the door open.
Now, don't make any more stupid decisions. You know Lucifer cares about you. You don't want to break his heart. Or mine. Call me if you need anything.
Oh, this is a little walk of shame back in.
Judas peels out of the restaurant parking lot, leaving me standing there. I'm somewhat bewildered at what just happened, but since I'm here, I might as well see if Envy's still working. Might be able to stay at his place. I walk into La Casita, feeling extremely awkward. They appear to be closing up for the night. Envy is busy wiping down tables, until he spots me and walks over to talk.
Hello. Did you forget something?
I forgot that I'm Lust and need a place to stay. Well, not really. Other than forgetting I had no place to sleep tonight.
Imagine Lucifer picks you as the deadly sin of envy, though. That how do you feel about that? How do you feel when Lucifer chooses you for that? Do you feel good about yourself? Like, I don't know. I'm not sure. Also, for these other deadly sins, like, do they come back to the mortal world as like a baby and live their life, like until they're this old? Like, I'm not exactly sure how it works.
Envy glances around shyly, making sure his parents aren't around.
Because, I mean, Lust... Well, I guess he's not technically the deadly son of Lust yet, but... He's kind of still passing the test. But he just came back. He doesn't have any family.
I see.
It took Envy only a couple more minutes before he was ready to leave. Envy tossed his work apron behind the host stand and walked over to me.
All right, ready to go?
Yup, I'll follow you. We walk out of La Casita together, and Envy walks over to an older white pickup truck. Like a gentleman, he opens the door for me to get in. Envy starts the car and begins driving home. In the immediate silence, I feel compelled to start a conversation. So, how did the rest of the night go? Any interesting stories?
Well, not really. I cleaned the kitchen and dishes while watching the best years of my life slowly drift away.
Oh. So, you had a good night?
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, I'm sorry for being a downer. I'm just nervous, that's all.
Yeah, I'm
sorry.
When I'm nervous, I also talk about how depressed I am and how much I cut myself and my suicide attempts. That's a joke. These aren't things that I've actually done.
It's all good. I imagine having a stranger stay with you is a little out of the ordinary.
Just a little bit. But it's okay. Sometimes people need hospitality. And there's very few people in the world willing to give it.
That's very kind of you.
So, what do you do?
I'm an artist.
Oh? That's a beautiful career.
Is it?
Of course. You have a skill that you use to bring beauty into the world. People love and appreciate art. It is a good profession.
Do you notice, like, whenever Envy talks, there's suddenly the windows fog up a little?
I suppose that's true.
And when Les talks, they unfog a bit.
Do you not like being an artist?
Okay, it's stopped doing that.
No, I do. It can just be a little difficult to find work. That's all.
I think that is true in any profession these days.
True.
Ah, here we are.
Envy parks his truck under a small outdoor roof and turns it off. We're outside an older but well-maintained apartment complex. It's past midnight now, so details of the building are hard to see.
It doesn't look like an older apartment complex. It looks very modern. Looks like a very modern apartment complex. How dare you?
I follow Envy up a small flight of stairs to his apartment. He fumbles with the keys and drops them briefly, muttering a curse before apologizing. After another moment of messing with his keys, he opens the door. We walk in, and I'm astounded at Envy's taste in decor. He has a large sofa, modern furniture, and beautiful paintings hung on his walls.
He's just trying to separate himself from his Mexicana lifestyle. You need to make this whole place look like a Mexican restaurant. You have to be proud of your roots.
Family pictures sit around his furniture and walls as well. A cup of water sits on a half wall, separating the kitchen from the living room, which Envy noticed and promptly disposes of.
Please excuse the mess. I don't have company often. Or at all, really.
Alex, this place is immaculate. It's a really nice apartment.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
Actually,
Down
kind
the
of
hallway
looks...
is my bedroom, and to the right is the bathroom. I can get you some things to change into if you want to clean up or anything. If not, that's fine too.
You know, if you want to stay smelling like crap, that's your choice. But no, this place, no, these chairs. Look at these chairs over here on the right. Are we supposed to eat our meals over there? What, it's like a stool? There's no back support? What kind of nightmare is it? Anyway, I don't know about this. I don't know if this is that great an apartment. I mean, it's spacious, I suppose.
I'd really appreciate that. Thank
Then
you.
again, the kitchen area is looking bad. Right? I'm trying to look over at the kitchen, and look at those cabinets right over the... Is this right over the stove and the oven? How's there a cabinet that close to, like, the stove like that? Like, right above it. That seems weird. I don't know, this looks really cramped. How are you going to be cooking meals in there? It looks so cramped. There's barely any space.
Envy nods and hurries down his hallway, disappearing into his bedroom. After a short minute, he returns carrying a set of clothes.
Here, we're about the same size, so they should be comfortable. I also brought you a blanket.
Thank you.
So, I should probably get to bed. I have to work at 8. But feel free to have some snacks if you get hungry. The, couch should be comfortable, with the cushions.
Wait a second, girl, what, you just got home. What do you mean you have to work at 8? What time is it now?
Yeah. I'm really tired myself. We both hesitate a moment, stuck on whether we should say more.
Alright, well, have a good night. I look forward to our date tomorrow.
This is so weird.
Me too. Good night, Alex. And thanks again. Envy turns and walks to his room. I feel like I should have said or done something else. For some reason, I don't want to use lust's power on Envy. He seems hesitant and confused enough. Confusing his feelings would make me feel awful.
See, I made the right decision back there. Although I did use my lust powers to augment a choice, but I don't think that counts for some reason. But, you know, so like, shh.
After a quick trip to the bathroom, I settle in on the couch. Envy's pajamas are soft and comfortable. He really seems nice, despite being the deadly sin of envy.
I mean, sloth.
I wonder
was
what
nice.
more I'll find out about him in the coming days.
Actually, was he nice? Actually, sloth. I mean, I guess once I became his boyfriend, he was kind of nice. But you know, before that, he was a little bit. He was a little bit of a spitfire. If you said one wrong thing, he was done with your ass. I don't know. Maybe he wasn't nice.
I groggily awaken to a bright mid-afternoon room. I'm in a strange place. Where am I?
What? Well, I don't know what that line's supposed to mean. I guess he forgot where he is. But, thank you all for watching this episode of Sinsations. I can't wait to get to our first scene with Envy. And before I end the episode, I'd like to thank all of my patrons that are supporting me at the 8th tier above, and their names are Felix, NQS, Jesse Olsen, and the Blue Lagoon. Thank you so much, you guys. And of course, I thank all my patrons for supporting me and making it possible for me to play games on my channel. And, yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.